We were just walking because we knew that there was a law that was going to be passed, that was going to attack our parents, that was going to attack our community, and we were not going to take it.
I remember we received communication via MySpace, and they just said, something's going on. Congress is trying to pass some kind of a law that's going to discriminate against Latinos, against our family.
So in the morning, I was in Santiago High School, and we were passing the word. And you know that feeling you get in your stomach when something's about to happen and you're just nervous and your gut is just like squeezing? And that's what I felt, and it was terrifying. There were parents lined up on the gates, and in that crowd of parents was my mom. And she just looked at me with a serious face. Like, she said, "Asegúrate que no hagan basura." Make sure you don't make a mess.
Our Principal Wells, he asked me, like, so why are you walking out? And I'm like, to go against this law, because it's not fair, it's not justified.
They had no other choice but to release us. And as the gates opened, we all poured out onto the sidewalk on Vermont, and we knew we were going to go to City Hall.
At Carlsbad High School, the student Latino population isn't very big. So to see the Latinos that were involved and kind of all of us working together and walking out together and in some cases even meeting each other for the first time was very exciting.
He opens up the gates, and then the people start running, and I'm like, no, don't run. Just walk. And so that's when they started unfurling the banner. And we start walking down San Pedro, 111th and San Pedro. We just start walking. People who had citizenship, people who, people who, my friend Jesus, he didn't have papers. So we knew this law was targeting particularly him. And we all knew that we knew someone within our, all our different groups who had some kind of background that was not legal.
I got up to Harbor, at the top of by Disneyland, at the top of the bridge, and as far as I could see, there was a line of students.
By the time that you get to Fremont High School, you've already passed at least 4 different gangs. And so we knew as we were walking where we were walking. And we knew that whatever issues, whatever problems, whatever sect or crew or, because even for me, I was part of a crew, so I couldn't walk past certain streets, even for myself. I knew that by doing that, I was standing up for something way bigger than whatever little issue or little problem that was happening in the community.
We had no idea what was going on statewide until the 5 o'clock news, and so we saw that in fact, it had been a countywide, statewide thing, national thing.
By this point in time, we started getting trucks and cars, because people are tired. We've already walked over 50 blocks. And peacefully. We knew when we were walking that the only conceivable way that we can make an impact was by nonviolent action.
I could see the smiles on their faces of these students. And it made me happy that they didn't feel defeated anymore. That's the first time I felt that I had power about my decisions, and I as an individual could influence, in others, so that it can have, a positive impact on policy.
When I was 16, it kind of planted my seed in, this is bigger than just me and my family, right? My family, my parents are the only ones who migrated from Mexico. I'm not the only, first generation American from my family to go to college. There's so many more people like me, and I want to learn more to be able to help. And today I work for a union, and we do just that, right? We advocate for, among many issues, one of them are immigrant rights.
Pretty much right now we're at the crossroads where we gotta reflect and reassess where we're at in order to find a better way forward, because we're gonna need all of us together to be on the same page, because obviously that anti-immigrant sentiments and anti-immigrant politicians, spreading that bigotry and that hatred, it's a very scary place right now.
What if we had been able to maintain the momentum of the marches? What if the leaders would have been able to continue working together. That was an opportune time 10 years ago. And I feel like right now, this is another opportune time to make that happen. The question is, first of all, which leaders are willing to stand up and take action?